2, 1, drop it.
Welcome guys to another episode of BedWars voiceover video, because I cannot commentate. It is just not something I am very good at. I apologize for the lack of quality in my gameplay clips. It's the first recording I got of the day, and I thought like it looked pretty nice, you know? And yeah, I guess I should stop my long intro and get into why you're all here. Today I'm going to be talking about the client swaps that I had in the past, like criticize some clients, like talk about the good things, benefits, you know, FPS output, all those goodies. And let's get started off. So when I started Hypixel, I was obviously a little nod who didn't know anything about the dark truth of Hypixel, of how, I guess it's not really like a dark truth, you know, I'm just making Hypixel community sound bad, but then how sweaty people are, how people are using different, like, you know, mods and clients. And I was using vanilla Minecraft with the Hypixel Skyblock pack, if I remember, because that is one of the first games I ever played on Hypixel was Housing, and one of my housing friends got me into Skyblock, which is the first game ever that I actually devoted my time into and tried to, like, you know, get good stats, good armor. Back then, like, I think Superior Dragon Armor was the greatest armor in the game. I guess that's kind of a broad period, but I'm getting off topic. So what I'm trying to say is I used to use vanilla Minecraft, and I was fine with it. I did get horrible frames because I'm using a laptop, and I'm still using a laptop, because, I don't know, I never asked my parents to buy me a PC. I don't think I really need a PC that badly at the moment, because I'm getting, like, decent frames even while I'm recording, and I am satisfied with, like, 80 something FPS. And then one day I was just trying to get fairy souls in Skyblock, and if you don't know what fairy souls are, they're basically these egg hunt scattered around the map where you can bring it to a fairy, which is the quest NPC, to get extra stats like health and, you know, strength, everything, good stuff. And the worst part about vanilla Minecraft is their night exists. I feel like many client users forget this because they all have their full bright and everything from Optifine, but in vanilla Minecraft, night is like dark and you can't see anything. So I'm just out here trying to find Fairy Soul with Time Dio's tutorial, and then it's like nighttime. I can't see anything because it's the end, and I have to like pearl around everywhere to find Fairy Souls. So I was just sad. I was complaining about this to my guildmates, and one of my guildmates recommended a client, PvP client known as BadLion. Now keep in mind, I didn't know about like the BadLion staff team controversy and everything, how they treat YouTube rank like them, and how they are maps. So I started to I downloaded BadLion because, you know, it sounded nice, and what it did was it did give me a bit more frames than usual, because what I used to get was like a 20 FPS, and with BadLion I was able to get like, I believe 40 to 50 FPS. And yeah, pretty much I didn't know how to organize like my HUD and everything, so my screen was really messy, full of like, there was like some useless mods like clock, I think. I don't even know why anyone would need a clock in Minecraft, but cool, you know what, do what you want to do. So I used BadLion for quite a while because it was a really good client, I'm not gonna lie, for in my standard, because I didn't know what makes a good client. Now looking back, BadLion wasn't really like a good client because you had to freaking pay to get colored GUI. How pay to win is that? Because if you look at Lunar client, you can get like rainbow GUI without even paying. And here's BadLion, if you want a red color, you have to purchase premium. What the hell? So after a while, I've been just using BadLion, you know, and then I realized my frames aren't really that good with BadLion, I guess. Some people say BadLion gives really good frame output, but for me, it didn't give any. I think what's happening was BadLion had too much mods compacted into the client, and I think they really eat up the FPS a lot. So that was one problem with BadLion. Looking around, you know, trying to find the client that's better than BadLion. One of my sweatier friends, they recommended me Lunar client. Now Lunar client is what most YouTubers and sweaty player base use nowadays. It's a really nice client. I cannot criticize Lunar client in any ways, maybe except for the fact that the 1.7 visual blockhead animation is a bit lacking compared to other ones. Like, so I didn't notice this until long, and I really like Lunar because it had a lot of mods, many features, and I could colorize the GUI. So I think I made the rainbow GUI video there because I realized it was a really nice feature, and I enjoyed using Lunar for a really long time. That's when I started to like kinda get competent in BedWars, you know, get 100 stars, start grinding, even get like do Skywars duels, all the good stuff. And I started to kinda get into PvP. And I believe it was one day I wanted to make like a Minecraft skit video with replay mod, but I wanted to use replay mod in the vanilla Minecraft, which means I can't use Hypixel replay system, and I had to go back to BadLion for the replay mod, right? So as I logged into BadLion to get the replay, just for fun, I wanted to see how good BadLion is for PvP. And then, you know, I'm just like casually block hitting people because I used to block hit a lot when I'm PvPing. I think I still do, but I don't block hit as much as I used to. And then as I'm block hitting, I realized like the block hitting animation looks a lot more smoother, and I feel like I'm pretty sure it's just like an illusion, you know. Lunar Client a really nice block hit in my opinion back then. I'm saying in my opinion a lot, I think. So I went back to Lunar Client and joined like a classic duels game, you know, and then I realized how weird the block hit animation looked. It looked like you were shaking the sword. Like, I'm like, what is this? How did I use this for freaking 6 months or something? And you know, I'm on like a rush to find a new client that was. So what I wanted was a decent blockhead animation, obviously, and I learned later that it's just like a Lunar thing, and I respect that, you know. It did have a little flaw, but I guess it kind of adds like a unique characteristic quality of Lunar. I don't know. So what I wanted was a client that gave like good GUIs, because back then I used to use like keystroke and everything. I thought they really helped the gameplay and looked really clean in my opinion. And that's when I stumbled across a Sammy Green video talking about PvPLounge. And I was like, hell yeah, I think this is what I'm looking for. I download PvPLounge and it's like the greatest thing ever, alright? What you get is, when you're using PvPLounge, you get, first of all, an even smoother blockade animation than BadLion if I'm correct, and so many other mods with obviously customizable color GUI, everything that I would really ask for. And I was happy with PvPLounge until I learned about Compact Chat. Now Compact Chat is a mod created by Skyer, but I believe now it is adopted by most of the PvP clients such as Lunar Client. I'm not sure about BadLion, but the thing about PvPLounge is it didn't have a Compact Chat mod. And I was like, I want a Compact Chat mod. It's really clean. When you spam message, you know, it cleans up. And it was just like, I wanted it badly, but here's the thing now. If I wanted to use Compact Chat, I had to go to Lunar or other clients. But other client, like Lunar Client, would not give me the smooth blockhead animation that I really liked. So I was just like, well, what am I gonna do? And one solution I came across was using Lunar Client but without the blockhead animation, so I would be using the 1.8 blockhead, which was like a bit ugly, obviously, because it looks like you're just blocking the sword and it does damage. But I was fine with it for a long time. And then came Labymod. I don't remember how I got into Labymod. I think it was like I was watching GamerBoy80's old videos, and then I realized like he's using. Whoa, what is GamerBoy80 using? Because this is clearly not. I don't think this is Forge, but I don't think this is like Lunar Client either, because it didn't have the Lunar Client watermark, which I learned later that you can remove. But that's one thing I hated about Lunar Client, the watermark. But whatever. And I realized GamerBoy80 uses Labymod, and Labymod seems like a really good client because when you first set it up, it gives you an option to add mods you want, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like Forge, but with like the client-ish smooth graphics. I'm like, hell yeah, I installed Labymod, and I used Labymod for a while, except one thing I realized was Compact Chat and most of the mods were like incompatible with Labymod, because the way Labymod worked was the add-on feature that I was really excited about didn't have much mods that I really needed to assist my Hypixel gameplay. It did get like decent frames, but obviously it was from the Minecraft launcher, so it wasn't as good as other clients like Lunar client and PvPLounge in terms of FPS output. So I was like, I used Labymod for like 2 months, and I would say it was also a really good client, with nothing to really criticize much. And I really, at this point, I just wanted to like make my own client, you know, with everything that I really needed, everything perfectly customized, just for me, personalized. And I found out there's one last solution I can go for, and that was to go back to Forge. Now, the reason why I haven't used Forge from the beginning was because, like I said, my computer was like really bad, my laptop, and whenever I loaded up Forge, I would just like crash. And it was not fun, alright? So what I did was, I decided to try using Forge again, because maybe like I just cleaned up some files, you know? Maybe my computer is now compatible of using Forge, and it worked actually, so I was really excited. So I started like adding my own mods that I really wanted, like Orange's 1.7 animation, compact chat, of course, block overlay, item physics, bring it on, alright? And I am still currently using Forge, and it's the greatest thing ever. Because I realize now, like, the FPS, ping, keystrokes, those are just like taking up too much space in my Minecraft screen, and I can just like customize whatever I want. So now my priority is Armor HUD, Potion HUD, compact chat, and the 1.7 animation, as long as Optifine, of course. I actually forgot to use Optifine for a long time, and I was like, something's wrong here, why can't I zoom? And I'm like, oh wait, I'm not using Optifine, I am stupid. So that's pretty much it. In my opinion, Forge is the best because you can just do whatever you want, but I think what other people think is Lunar is the greatest client. I understand why they think so. Maybe they don't blockhead as much as I do, because most PvPers, they just left click instead of blockheading, because spamming blockhead is an unhealthy habit in terms of PvP. It's gonna like get you seriously fricked up. So yeah, that's pretty much it for why I think Forge is the greatest PvP client. Not PvP client, but like best thing to use for Hypixel. Hopefully you enjoyed, subscribe and stuff, you know, all the good stuff, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay, because I don't think I talked long enough.